Hello, it's Jimmy here. The O'Reilly's just pulled up here a Mercedes E-Class with a DPF issue that's been to a couple of garages and they couldn't sort it out, so we'll have a look at it to see what's going on. Right, so let's start it up and see what we're looking at. Bit of a silly story here going on with this one. I know what's going to be going on before I even have to look at it. Engine management lights on. Now I'll tell you a bit of a story. So story is, it's been to two different garages. They've tried to do forced DPF regions and both of the garages have failed to do that. One garage said he gave up and said he didn't know what to do, which is fair enough. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, just say I don't know where to go from here, sorry mate. But the next garage just said to him, okay, they tried to do a forced region, but the forced region wouldn't work because the DPF fill level is at 400%. So he's told them, because we can't do a forced region, you need a new DPF. Now, I know it doesn't need a new DPF, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't checked it yet. We'll get the diagnostic up and running here. I'm just getting it plugged in, waiting for it to load. Just because it's at 400%, it doesn't mean it needs replacing. The 400% is a calculated soot level, so if you've got a fault on one of these Mercedes, any sort of fault, and you drive it, your soot level is going to go automatically up to 400%. That doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean 400% it's completely blocked and ruined. You need to replace your DPF. So they probably would have been wasting their money spending. It's going to be expensive. I'm not sure exactly how much, but you're talking about coming up to maybe 1,500 to 2 grand to replace the DPF, and then you're probably going to bump into other issues along the way, bolts. Other issues that need replacing, sensors that could cost a couple £100 each that won't come out of the old DPF. So we'll get the diagnostic up and running here and we'll see what's going on. Gonna run a smart scan. Oh, we just loaded up there, yeah, there we are. Alright, we'll get this in. Now usually on these Mercedes, if you've got a dodgy DPF pressure sensor, that will automatically say that your DPF is at 400%. So that's the most common one, and I've got probably 6 of them in the van that I carry because I do that many of these. We're going to run a high-speed scan and see what we're looking at here. You can see there we've got a lot of faults coming up already. SAM unit has a battery malfunction, the resistance has been exceeded. Okay, so there we already have a problem there. An internal control unit is being reformed. Power supply unit, so it's got a bad battery. Output for the ambient lamp has a malfunction. Oh, that's the ambient lamp, not the ambient temperature sensor. Okay. Supply voltage again, bad battery. Okay, so before you go anywhere, I don't understand how some people are saying let's try and replace your DPF when you've got a bad battery that's clearly stating that the voltage is exceeded, and that's going to confuse stuff. Software error. Again, all of this could be maybe just fixed with a battery replacement. ECM, soot content of the particle filter is not okay. There's a component fault. And then we have one here. Oh, I wasn't expecting that because customers told me that it's been diagnosed and it's just a block DPF, so he didn't mention anything about an airflow fault. So we'll have to have a chat with him about that. There's an algorithm fault, P010106. Now I've got a pretty good idea what that's going to be because it's only one of a couple of things on these cars. We'll have to open the bonnet and have a look. Let's have a look at some live data first. Particulate filter, where are we? Select all of these items. Okay, so we've got about 20 millibars of pressure on the DPF, which is high for one of these because we should be reading 0 on this. Particle filter fill level is 400%, that's why they couldn't do their forced region. probably very good that that's happened, to be honest, because they would have not only risked damaging the DPF but also wasting the man's money doing a forced regen when it don't need one. If anything, yeah, it's going to need a DPF clean, but there's no point doing a DPF clean or a forced regen until you fix the problem that's going on here. So right, we can see what's going on here. Let's go underneath and have a look, see what's going on with this airflow issue. Right, so we get a torch here loaded up. What I'm going to do is remove the inlet pipe here. Oh well, that's not even connected, is it? Well, is that the problem? Possibly. Just went to disconnect this and the airflow pipe is not even connected, so that's one problem. Anyway, we've got that disconnected. Turn this tab and then let's get this off from there. If I can get that out. Well, no wonder it's got airflow issues. This is not even connected, or perhaps they've had that off because they were looking at the DPF. I'm not too sure. Got a bit of a leak from the seal down there as well, so that's going to need doing. These boost hoses down here. Right, that one's dry. This one here, I can already see on the front of the engine cover it's wet. Now look at that, right there. It's like I can just predict what's going to happen on these. I've seen so many of them now. Just get that so I can show you. Right there's a big gash on the intercooler hose. You can see there's oil all around the bottom of the engine here. That's coming from that. So that's going to need that pipe replacing. Right, so today it is Sunday. I'm not going to get that hose anywhere, so unfortunately he's going to have to come back another day. There's no point trying to force a regen or trying to clean these DPF, because with that split hose it's going to block again. 20 millibars of pressure. You know, you could just say, well, it's not that blocked and let's do a force regen after you fit the pipe, but I just don't do force regens unless it's absolutely necessary. We'll fit a new pipe, flush out the DPF, job done, reset it all. The 400% is just a calculation. Like I said, it's not actually 400% full. Right, so that's just a diagnostic video here for today, so see you next time. See you in the next video.